Title: The Velvet Reactor. Expanded horror story by Mista Marcus. They called it Station Mercury, a Cold War relic sealed beneath the Michigan woods, hidden in plain sight beneath layers of earth, concrete, and bureaucratic silence. Everyone believed it had been decommissioned in 1978 after a reactor breach. No survivors, no remains. Only one surviving memo. Project Mirage, perception breach, shut down permanent. In 2025, the signal returned. It wasn't a broadcast, it wasn't man-made. It was a whisper, low and rhythmic, like someone breathing through a radio submerged in water. The static didn't repeat, it evolved. It spoke in a pattern that pulsed like a heartbeat and bled into dreams. Dr. Alara Vance, a fringe physicist and anomaly analyst, followed it here with her team of 4: Anders, Temple, Leon, and Cruz. The forest had no trails, just moss, thick and silent, muffling their steps. The air was hollow, motionless, like the atmosphere had forgotten how to stir. A mile in, the team uncovered the hatch under a dead oak tree burned from the inside out. The lock was rusted, but the keypad blinked neon blue and accepted the code. WARO, red flag 1. Inside the vault. The descent took them 50 feet underground into a concrete vault wrapped in darkness. Power flickered on by itself. Velvet lined the corners of the floor. Strange black threads like fungus, soft to the touch, but warm. Too warm. I'm reading electromagnetic interference, Temple said, staring at his gear. Like it's being cloaked in bursts of quantum static? The walls buzzed. A glitch in the hallway light made everyone stutter. Only milliseconds, but long enough for Cruz to swear he saw someone behind Leon. Someone identical to her, mouthing words backwards. Red flag 2. The deeper they went, the more twisted the structure became. Doors folding into spirals, corridors repeating like a loop, metal floors echoing with their own delayed footsteps. The reactor core. They reached the chamber at the heart of Station Mercury. In the center hovered a pulsating prism, fractured and vibrating as if caught between timelines. Around it, a suspended ring spun slowly, carved with symbols not of any known language. The hum was constant, like thunder, but dulled through oceans. It's a perception engine, Alara whispered. This isn't a reactor, it manipulates reality. This is a breach. The velvet on the floor rose like tendrils. It plunged into Anders' calf before he could move. He screamed, foam bubbling in his throat as his body stiffened, then twisted, shoulders bending backwards, jaw unhinging. Get him the serum, Alara yelled. Cruz jammed a needle into Anders' neck. He stopped screaming. Then whispered, they feed in the abyss between the moments. We're the surge. Then he snapped his own neck with a calm grin. Red flag 3. The fall temple was next. The velvet crept into his ears as he slept. He awoke with daggers for teeth, bleeding from his eyes, muttering coordinates. Leon saw her own double leading her through a mirage of escape tunnels, only to walk into a crater lined with bones and static screams. She never made it out, only Alara remained. She crawled into the final chamber, marked reactor level do not enter, where the prism throbbed. The walls glowed with quartz alive and reactive to her heartbeat. The velvet moved like lungs pulsing, a screen activated. One message blinked. Project Mirage, Stage 2, initiate orbit shift. Alara knew what that meant. The reactor wasn't just warping perception. It was altering reality's alignment, shifting Earth's position in the universal structure. Reality was being hacked. The revelation. She stared into the prism and saw everything. Infinite loops of Earth collapsing in on itself. Her own body drifting through timelines, screaming in silent frames. A planet where humans evolved with eyes in their stomachs. A realm of phantoms, not ghosts, but thought forms that fed on attention. She smiled, then screamed. The velvet claimed her, not by force, but by invitation. She wrote her final word on the wall in blood. Mercury. Then she dissolved. Epilogue. 3 weeks later, children in nearby towns began drawing the same symbol in chalk, a spinning orbit around a triangle. A lantern in an abandoned house lights every night with no fuel. A dog walks backward and howls in Morse code. A reactor that never existed appears on government blueprints. And above it all, the whispers continue, waiting for someone to hear them.